Hello, fabulous friends. You're listening to LGBTQueer-ies, where we answer your questions about the LGBTQ community. We're here to inspire, inform, and continue the conversation in order to help you understand what true equality should look like. My name is Zair Kent, and I'm a writer, content creator, and mother of a transgender son. I'm sitting down with members of the LGBTQ community to talk about their journeys, the lessons they've learned, and how all of us can make a positive impact. Enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome to LGBTQueer-ies, where we educate, inform, and entertain you, the audience, as we dive into all topics related to the LGBTQ community. If you have a query or question you'd like us to answer, you can go to lgbtqueeries.com to send us your most pressing questions. That's lgbtqueer-ies.com. I'm your host, Zair Kent, and this is the very first Rainbow Roundtable. We have 3 young adult guests today who will be answering my questions, and I'll let them introduce themselves to you all now.
Hi, I'm Zair. I'm 21 of age. I am transgender. I am also pansexual, and my pronouns are he, they.
I'm Marsh. I am 22. I'm agender or non-binary, whichever is easier. I'm demisexual, and what's the other thing? Oh, and my pronouns. They, them.
Okay. Hi, I'm Trish. I'm 19. I'm a trans girl. I am a lesbian. And my pronouns are she, her.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, so how old were you when you first came out, and who did you come out to first?
You go first.
Why?
Because,
You're over there.
yeah.
Okay. I think I was 12, maybe 12, 13 when I first came out. And
And who did you come out to first?
I came out to my cousin, Kay. She was very accepting.
Okay.
This guy over here was the first one I came out to when we were talking on the phone. More like texting. But yeah, it was him.
And how old were you then?
Yeah.
About
16? 15?
Well, I mean, technically when I was a lot younger, I did say that I wanted to be a girl when I grew up. But I don't remember the exact age, and the person that I told that to wasn't that great. But when I came out and actually realized, I'm trans. I think I was like 12 or 13. Probably a little bit older than that. But if I remember right, the first one that I really remember was like we were backstage at there was a drama thing that I was doing, and I was getting like really fed up because everybody was using a name that was getting me upset, and I came out to one person, and yeah, I don't really talk to them anymore. But yeah.
So it didn't go well.
Well, no, it did go well. It's just after a while, it stopped going well.
Just like it just did.
And how old were you when you came out, Kitty? Okay, so she doesn't want to share. Okay, well
She hasn't come out yet.
She hasn't. I'm sorry. What's the most challenging part of being transgender for each of you? Like, what do you think that you either struggle with every day, or if it's just one of those heavy things once in a while? What do you think is the most challenging for you?
I think for me, it's my chest and taking showers and being naked and all that. And then also, I like dressing feminine and wearing feminine clothes, so it's kind of hard to find places where I won't get attacked for that. I think those are the two main things, really, that I struggle with.
So
It's more of it's more of a physical thing.
Yes.
okay. How about
Oh
you?
man. Like when I'm on that time of the month, I hate it because I feel well, I'm already like a hormonal mess, but you know, it makes it even worse. The dysphoria and all that. And then people who don't understand the whole non-binary thing, you tend to, yeah, I tell them not to talk about it with strangers because they never understand it. Like 50%, no, 60% of the time. Depends on their age.
Do you think the whole non-binary thing, so do you think it's more of a struggle because they have a hard time wrapping their minds around, so it's not like for them it's not one or the other, so it's this other thing that they are just not understanding?
Getting called a tomboyish girl is the best I'll get to that point.
With some people.
Yeah. I'm like, alright, that's
Okay.
How about you, Trish?
Well, for me, part of it is like when my sister is on her period and she says, be glad that, something along the lines of like, be glad that you weren't born with this or something like that. And like, that, I mean, I understand people being like, when they have their period, being like, are you sure you want to be a girl? Because like, even trans people do experience, like trans girls do experience symptoms of periods, at least when they are on hormones and stuff.
you experience the emotional part, not
right.
the painful part.
No, some people actually do get the pain part and do get the cramps and stuff. I mean, they don't
Bleed.
at least I don't think they do, at least not that I know of. But there is still that, and I mean, body hair and stuff gets me dysphoric and all that. And I wish my singing voice was a little bit more feminine, but I mean, other than that, I'm mostly fine. And other issues that I have are mostly just social anxiety. So, yeah.
So it sounds like all of you, though, have some, at least, if not currently, have in the past experienced gender dysphoria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you have any advice for anybody else out there who might be struggling with gender dysphoria? I mean, is there anything that helps you deal with that better?
For me, I just do it and just power through it. That usually helps me. Or I like to meditate, so I'll try to meditate on it and see if that works for me.
I just eat my feelings away.
Me too.
What I do is I tend to like listen to a lot, like if I'm feeling dysphoric, either do something nice for myself, like paint my nails or something like that, which I haven't done in a while, but yeah. Or I listen to music that I really like, or a podcast that I really like, and just something that takes my mind off of it, at least for a little bit.
Dude, we should paint our nails.
Yes, we should. Yeah. I've got some nail polish that I really like.
Me
So
too.
is gender dysphoria something that it's an everyday thing?
Mm-hmm.
It can be.
Depends on the day for me.
And like sometimes it's worse some days and not as bad some other days.
Yes.
And there's really no rhyme or reason to why one day over another. Or do you think there
I mean
is?
sometimes there are issues like if body hair is growing and you don't want it to, like that could be a thing.
Or you have to go somewhere and you have to go into a bathroom, you know.
Yeah.
If you gotta take a shower
Yeah,
and you haven't had surgeries or anything
Or
like
you have
that.
to go, or I know some people don't like going to the beach or the pool because
Yeah.
they're really,
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
That all makes sense. Yes.
I know, like, when I've heard some people ask, like, if there were no cis people in the world, for a day, what would you do? Most people that I've
That's
heard...
a good question.
Yeah, most people that I've heard say I would go swimming or something along those lines, or go shopping for clothes, just because,
Okay, so if there were no cisgender people in the world, what would each of you do for a whole day?
Go to the guy's bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
It's nothing special.
I kept curiosity, okay?
Yeah, it's not anything special,
No.
but yeah.
How about you? What would you do for a whole day?
Well, what I would do is public indecency. It's not legal, so either way, I couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
You
feel
mean
like
so
you
there's
might have
nothing legal that you
might
could
have a
think
little
of?
leeway.
No. Okay.
I can't think of anything other than streak, but that's not legal. So.
All right. Well, I guess there could be no cisgender people in the world and no laws, maybe, and then you could get away with that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Oh, well, if we're adding that addendum,
Oh,
Like
no.
go to a
No.
nude beach, I guess.
Yeah,
There
okay.
you go.
There you
See?
go.
That's legal.
yeah, that,
Okay.
yeah.
How about you, Trish?
I would probably do the things that I had said before, the going swimming or going shopping for clothes without feeling as like worried that people are gonna be like, why are you here? Like, the other stuff's over there, like, and just not feeling weird about trying stuff fun and being in the changing room and yeah, all that stuff.
It sounds like all the stress would just melt away.
Yeah, it would help get rid of a lot of stress.
Agreed.
So what advice do you have for anyone struggling with their gender identity?
Well, just take a real in-depth look and let yourself experience the feelings, and don't try to, I mean, I understand if you're not in a safe place holding the feelings back, but like it's good to just let those feelings go, not as in go away, but like go through them and just see what happens. And even if you come out finding out, okay, wait, I really am cis, then at least you know a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, definitely. If you are definitely in a safe place, just go for it. Experience it. And, I mean, be careful. And definitely just go for it. Go past your limits.
Yeah, I don't have anything meaningful like that. I was just gonna say it's like eating food. You just try it once, and then if you don't like it, you throw it away in the trash, puke, and never do it again.
I like that analogy. It's very to the point, Marsh. Okay, so then the last question I have is, what's one thing you'd want parents of LGBTQ youth to know or understand?
There's nothing wrong with your kid. Everything's perfectly fine. They want to experiment a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah. Mine is more for like the people who have parents that are not quite good at English, but like maybe like learn what some terminology
Yes.
in your language, so that, and some of it just so you don't, because it kind of sucks that language kind of holds you back from having an understanding with your family, you know.
Because for our audience, you
I'm Mexican.
are Mexican, yep. And so in Spanish, there's no
there's everything's gendered, so it's hard to be non-binary in a place where like most of the stuff is gendered. Even items are gendered, so you know that makes it harder for people who have learned languages that are gender binary to learn about themselves.
That would be tricky to explain something when
Yeah.
there's no language for it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about you, Trish?
And well, for parents, it's it's okay if you don't fully understand it yet, but just make sure that your child knows that you care, that you like
You're trying.
respect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least try, and it's okay to slip up every once in a while, but just make sure you're putting in an effort.
It's not
Yes.
an overnight thing.
No,
It's
yeah.
gonna take
And-
time.
And your kid's not being taken from you. It's still the same person.
They're not dead. Well, kinda, but they're not really.
And them wanting to go by a new name, if that is what's happening, it's not disrespecting the name that you picked out for them. They just want to be themselves.
I agree with that. I think the names, which you and I have talked about this before, Zair, that the name thing, you know, it's like a gift, and if it doesn't, you know, if I bought you a sweater when you were 2 and it didn't fit anymore when you were 20, then I wouldn't expect you to keep using it. So
I could put it on my arm.
you could. I mean, I can't believe you didn't keep it, but okay. Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to share?
Tomato, do you have anything to say?
How about you, kitty cat?
No?
No, they're both still in the closet, I guess. That's okay. We love them anyway. Okay, well, thank you guys for sharing your thoughts and experiences and your perspectives with all of us. That wraps up the first episode of LGBTQueer-ies Rainbow Roundtable. If you enjoyed spending time with us, we'd appreciate your like and review, and remember to subscribe, please. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeehaw.